Hi Cliff fans, and welcome to another one of my 5 minute Cliff album reviews, and today I'm going to review Cliff's 2007 album Love the Album, which was a collection of old and new love songs. Basically, some of Cliff's love songs through the years, as well as 5 new recordings, which I have to say I was most excited to hear when getting this album. So I'll go through some of the tracks now, but I just want to say I think Cliff, the older songs, the classic love songs he's included here, along with the new recordings, I think he should have re-recorded all the songs for this album, and it would have been a bit more special. But I'll go through the tracks. It opens with a cover of the classic 1980s Foreigner hit, Waiting for a Girl Like You, and Cliff sings a much up-tempo version of that, which is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love it. Follows It's All in the Game, and Cliff actually sang this on the Paul O'Grady show on TV, and I love that version that he did live on Paul O'Grady. This is the 1963 version on this album, but promoting the album he sang It's All in the Game on the Paul O'Grady show, which kind of made me wonder why he didn't re-record it for this album. It would have been fantastic just to hear a new version of it. And Cliff actually said in that interview that he prefers his voice now as well to when he originally recorded the song It's All in the Game back in '63. Follows probably Cliff's best love song of all time, Miss You Nights. I think a lot of people will agree that's probably his most famous anyway love song. Follows If You're Not the One, which was a big number one a couple of years before that for Daniel Bedingfield in the UK. And yeah, Cliff's version is absolutely stunning. A lot of it is in falsetto as well. As I said before, I absolutely love Cliff when he goes into falsetto. I remember him saying in an interview he had to use a different key to the Daniel Bedingfield version because those voices are so different, so you had to find a different key to sing it in, but it's absolutely stunning. Follows Constantly, which is another classic love song from the 1960s, which again I feel probably could have re-recorded. I don't know whether people were happy enough with just the old recordings along with the new ones, but I would have liked them for this album, him to re-record some of them songs. Um, that follows with The Best of Me, which everybody knows was Cliff's 100 single back in 1989. He got to number 2 in the charts. And that follows When I Need You, which was a single release. It was a cover of the Leo Sayer #1 from I think Leo Sayer had it in 1982 or 1983. And Cliff's version is okay, but it's not my favourite cover that Cliff has ever done, and the single only reached number 38 in the charts. The next song is True Love Waits, which is absolutely stunning. Cliff recorded in 1982 in the Royal Albert Hall with the Royal Philharmonic. Absolutely beautiful version of the Buddy Holly classic. Follows The 12th of Never, which is another classic one from the 60s. Would be nice to hear a new recording. Follows When You Say Nothing at All, which is a beautiful version. It's probably my second favorite version to the Alison Krauss version. I absolutely love Alison Krauss singing When You Say Nothing at All. I think that's my favorite version of that song, and Cliff's would be second, I think, to that. Follows another one that does great in polls with Cliff fans, Ocean Deep, which was on the Silver album back in 1983. It's just still one of the fan favourites. If you do a poll of any Cliff songs, it's usually #1 or #2, Ocean Deep. Follows For Life, which came from the Something's Going On album. Out of the old love songs, it's probably the most up to date of the older songs. And yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. Features Dwayne Eddy on guitar as well. And that follows the last cover on the album, All Out of Love, which was a #1, I think, in the late 70s, maybe early 80s for Air Supply. Beautiful version of Air Supply did, and Cliff's is beautiful as well. Follows I Still Believe in You, which came from Cliff's last #1 album back in 1993, which was called simply The Album, But yeah, beautiful song. I Still Believe in You, and the album closes with one of my favorite Cliff singles of all time, Some People. Now, overall, I would probably rate this probably about a 7 out of 10, because, as I say, I don't know whether the older songs mix well with the newer songs. Particularly like going from a nice big upbeat song like Waiting for a Girl Like You, and then yeah, you're into an old recording like It's All in the Game. Both great recordings, but I don't think they blend well on this album. So for that reason, because Cliff didn't re-record some of the older songs, would have been nice, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. But I'd be interested in your thoughts in the section below if you want to leave your thoughts on Cliff Richard's 2007 album, Love the Album.